Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Tyler Wysong. Today, I want to go ahead and just jump in and give you an exercise, or really a couple of exercises, that you can start doing to really start connecting your registers. See, at the end of the day, here's how it is. You do have a chest voice, or a low voice, or a mode 1. Whatever you want to call it is fine by me. That is mechanically and muscularly and acoustically different than your head voice, or your high voice, or your falsetto. Do you get my point? There are these two mechanisms that we have to work with. And really, once you start looking at this stuff and experiencing it yourself, when you can actually do it yourself, you do realize that there are these spaces in between that I called mixed voice, and a lot of people call mixed voice. And it's not just this or that. I mean, there's everything in between. And that in between space is what I'm really interested in. And that's what this sequence of exercises I'm going to show you today is going to help you start to find, is these spaces between, so that you can start building a dynamic laryngeal registration, meaning there will perceptually be no disconnecting in your voice, but there are going to be these modifications that we have to be okay with. Thicker vocal cords on the bottom, thinner, more stretched out vocal cords on the top. And then how do we coordinate all this stuff in between? That's what we're going to do today. So I actually think that what I'm about to show you right now, it's kind of an underdog of vocal exercises. I know lots of people have talked about it, but today we're going to be talking about how you can use vocal fry, this little sound like that. Now, the first thing is this: to do vocal fry, you do not push to do that. You can't. You're not going to constrict in your throat, and your airflow is going to be very low. You're not. You don't like blow into it to make vocal fry. You just that type of sound. Okay, so you might have to just play around with it to get a very easy vocal fry. Now, when you're using vocal fry, when you're in vocal fry, the vocal cords are very short. The vocal cords are very lax. They're not stretched out and tight, and the tops of the vocal cords come together completely, and the bottom, which is going to be more like the thyroidnoid muscle, like the chest voice muscle, that is actually not really engaged when you're in vocal fry. So we're in this really amazing, relaxing situation where the cords are fully connected, but they're connected mainly definitely at the tops, and the bottoms, if connected at all, very, very little. So we can use this to really develop a chest voice that has only as much thyroidnoid engaged, which is your chest voice muscle, as you need to be in a chest. And it's really great to slide up into head. So first of all, let me just show that to you. So if I did could just be like a little thing that you could start doing to start getting efficient vocal cord closure. That doesn't feel like much, though. That's the thing. When we say vocal cord closure, I think sometimes we think it has to feel like a lot. It doesn't. When you do it right, you're almost not very aware of the middle of your neck. It's not to say you can't sing with energy. Of course you can, but you never want to feel this over constriction here. Okay, so when you do the vocal fry correctly, it can really start getting this efficient position happening. So aside from just developing like a head voice, these like light, easy sounds, yeah? Aside from that, here's a sequence that I want you to start playing around with and incorporating into maybe some of your daily practice time to start building more of a mixed voice, because I'm all about mixed voice here. Who are we kidding? Here's a sequence you can follow. What you're going to do is you're going to find a comfortably low pitch for you. So for me, it's going to be down here on an A. What you're going to do is you're going to find vocal fry on a O. Then you're going to close your mouth. Okay? That's the first part. Oh, to but still in fry. Then we're going to use that vocal fry to find a really efficient chest voice way down low on that hum. Okay, like this. Then what we're going to do is just see if we can maintain this efficient phonation really throughout our range with like a little bit of a pout-like sound, like this. So I'm starting from this place of okay, and now another little trick as you're doing this is as you're ascending the range, well, really even the whole time, you could think of what I've been telling people is sniff, sniff, hold the sniff. Meaning, if you take a sniff, like you're breathing in a rose or the smell of a pumpkin spice latte, I don't know, whatever, it's fall, and hold that feeling of sniff. You know, it's similar to that of just flaring your nostrils too, but it's more internal. This can actually really help to stabilize your vocal tract enough as you're going through your bridges. Here we go. And you have that little pouty type of thing. So I'm going to take it just a little bit higher now, so that way you can hear what that would sound like. And then if I were to sustain the place I find from this, and you know, look, I've been doing this for a little while, so I am able to connect easily doing that, but it's because I do these types of things. One of the biggest things is when you're building your voice, you're building your awareness of how you're using your voice. Of course, you're building muscles and you're building motor skills, but there are particular ways about doing it. I tell people this all the time. One of the biggest things that will change your voice is your philosophy, the way you think about singing. And don't just do things mindlessly. Remember, in a previous video, I mentioned don't spend major time on minor things. So this sequence, even just thinking, okay, I'm going to use this vocal fry to start with efficient glottal closure. And then I'm going to keep, in order to have some type of vocal tract stability, there's many ways to play with this, but I'm going to try and flare my nostrils. Okay, so there's a reason why I want you to do these things. So try it. And also you have to realize that while you're building this awareness, you might have no idea like if you're doing something or if you're not doing something, because you know, these are new things that I'm asking you to do, presumably, if you've not done it before. So have some grace with yourself in the process. Record yourself. Have a mirror. Have your phone, so that way you can see what you're doing and say, oh, you know what? On the high note, I actually lose the nostrils being flared. Or, you know what? My vocal fry is a little bit tighter sounding than what I thought it was when I was doing it. You have to really become aware of these things so that you can change them and improve them. Be trying this little sequence out. I've been getting tons of luck with it, with myself and with many of my personal clients lately. And I just want to mention something to you and leave you with a little bit of motivation today. You know, I was reminded recently that I need to throw away my list. And I'll tell you what that is in a second, and I would encourage you to throw away your list as well. And the list that I'm talking about is your blame list. the reasons why maybe you are not the kind of singer right now as you thought you would be 5 years ago. You know, it was that dang vocal coach back 5 years ago ruined my voice forever. Or, you know, it's I don't have enough money. I don't have the gear that I need. I don't have the right microphones. You know, I never met the right people. I can't play piano that well. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. And look, I was a master at these things myself, which is why I'm confronting you on this. And you have to get to this point where you realize that the biggest problem with that list is you're not on it. If there's anyone to blame for your lack of success in singing, it's you. It's me when I'm talking about me. It's nobody else. It's not this vocal coach on YouTube. It's not their fault. It's not that program that I purchased 15 years ago. It's not that. There's no fault in that. When that is your way of thinking, good luck getting better. You need to start taking full responsibility for your voice. And I'm not talking about 90% to 10. I'm talking 100% responsibility. If you're going to get better, it's up to you. If it will be, it's up to me. I want you to be saying that for the rest of this week. If it will be, it's up to me. Look, you might need to stop drinking so much alcohol so you can save up for that interface that you need. Wow, did I just go there? You may need to quit smoking. You may need to stop eating out so much so that way you could afford taking some vocal lessons with a great voice teacher who could probably actually help you out and speed along your process. Okay? I want you to start thinking like that. Start thinking about things that you could strategically quit so that you could start moving the needle along in your progress of becoming the singer that you want to be, of becoming the artist that you want to be. Because look, 5 years from now surely will arrive. Where are you going to be? What are you going to be doing with your life and with your voice? Be thinking about these things. I really do hope that this video has helped you. I hope that these exercises and all the content that I put out does help you and add value to you and your voice. If it did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet and you're still watching this video, come on, you got to hit subscribe to my channel. Hit subscribe so that way you can be notified when I release more videos just like this one. Until next time.